Ready?
I'm ready.
You've been recording, you jerk.
You never say anything exciting or
I
funny
don't.
when
I'm
I'm.
working. I'm working. All right. He does this on purpose now to start to see if he can instigate something.
You do it to me.
But it's usually when you're being funny. I'm just working.
It's because you have no sense of humor.
I don't. My humor, my laughter and joy in life standing right across over there. That's it just is. You know, after raising 5 boys and really 6 boys, but the 6th boy is easy. But after raising 5 boys, I've lost my humor, Trevor.
I'm thinking you probably didn't have one to start with.
Maybe I did. All right.
How can you not have a sense of humor after raising all those boys? You would have to. That's why I default to you never had one. It was a birth defect of some sort. Born without a sense of humor.
Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going through some more of the bags, the loose stuff, the plush that I picked up at the Goodwill bins, either in Morganton, West Virginia, but a lot of it, Morgantown, I say it wrong every single time, I blame Robert, Morgantown, West Virginia, and the Rochester, New York bins. Lots of smalls to share, and then I'll get into some of the plush, but just this is the time when I pick up interesting things like this. I've picked this up a couple of times. Hopefully it's going to work. Hopefully it doesn't have corroded batteries. Although I had daggone screwdrivers in my purse and my purse was with me, I still didn't do this. I still didn't check them.
So Beth got you those screwdrivers. You had them and you didn't use them.
I didn't use them. You know, I'm in my groove. I'm in my frame of mind where all I'm doing is finding all kinds of interesting stuff.
You need to set them aside and then check them.
I do.
Before you check
while
out.
We're waiting on bin change or whatever. But the Rochester bins, it was constant. It was like you hardly had any time to just stand and wait for the next thing. And plus, I'm always going back through the bins to look for smalls. So, you know, I don't have a time to do this, but I need to. But this is a Play School Smart Sticks. I haven't had one of these in many, many, many years, but I'm hoping like $12 to $15 for it. And I've done really well in the past with these. I don't find these normally. This is like a Neopets, but it's one of those interactive ones. Of course, it's not working either at this point. I'm hoping, oh, I thought I heard something. I'm hoping it works because I want to say maybe $15 plus for it. This, again, not working, but I think when you push on his leg, he's supposed to light up and spin. I pick up a lot of Toy Story stuff, but most of it's bread and butter. Our screen went away. All right, and then my son went with us to the Rochester bins, Trevor, and he knew I was looking for stuff. I had picked up stuff at the flea market for my wall. He knows I love Fisher-Price. So he found this for me, and I'm going to put my little people over here in it. Oops. So it's these, they're called bigger little people, or that's what I've always called them. But they just sit down in that. So he's going to go in my... Actually, I don't think he is the one. Oh, yeah, he is there. He's going to go in my new improved wall when we get a chance to extend it out. Weebles. These are not the vintage ones, but I think a lot of these were from like 90s, 2000s. I was glad when I found 2 of these because this will be a good lot because they're both Christmas themed. But I tend to pick these up, and sometimes I sell them in small lots. I just have to check comps. You know me, I like my $8 to $10 when I'm listing stuff, so whatever's going to make that for me is what I'll end up doing. Always picking up wheelies. I make small lots of them. Usually it's like $12, $15 depending on how many I get together, but just something I like to pick up at the bins. Nobody grabbed this. I was kind of surprised. I know it's probably going to be a pain. I'm hoping it's complete, but it's just loosey-goosey down in there. I'll see if RJ will try to put it together for me. But sometimes Ninjago and what's the other? Bionicles sometimes are good to pick up like this. So hopefully. Look. I was thrilled when I found all three of these, so I can just list them all together. They are the larger ones, and they all are supposed to talk. Let's see. See if we're 3 for 3. Oops. Yay! But these are PJ Masks. Not quite sure. I tend to pick these up, but most of them are going to be bread and butter. Lovies. This is Douglas Baby. It's got the knotted corners. Most of these are just going to be bread and butter also. I'm surprised that Douglas Baby doesn't do better on some things. Now, Robert found this. Look. Love picking these up. I don't think it's going to be considered a knee hugger because I think I'd be afraid to try to bend them. Just like made in Japan. Just very interesting. I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe 20 bucks I'll list this for. Hopefully I can find comps because normally they're like this big. And this one's probably good 12-inch. Found a couple of Transformers. It's been a while. I don't find Transformers. And I know this is more like the preschool version. But hopefully they're complete. I have learned I don't even mess with these. I don't try to pose them in the other pose because I never can get it back to something reasonable. But just thought share with all of you the smalls I picked up. This was intriguing. I think Robert grabbed this too, huh?
RJ grabbed that.
Oh, RJ did. This is Lamax. I love finding that stuff. It sells very well for me. It just needs... Oh, look, a little piece of stuff right there. I don't know what kind of batteries are going to be in this. Not sure. Not sure how it's going to work, but how many of you guys remember these? What were these merry-go-rounds? And my brother would start spinning that thing on us, and it was so wild you'd just go flying. Do they even have them in playgrounds anymore? I doubt it. They're
Not
dangerous. They were danger. Will Robinson.
Yeah, if you got tried to get on what was moving, you could get clobbered or get thrown off of it or run over by it.
So much fun. So much fun. And look at this. I have found these a couple of times. So I knew what they were, but I had already forgotten what they were called. I don't even know if this is... I'm thinking this is to the set. But these are Mattel, and there's something called Dooz. D-O-O-Z. But they're these little blocks, and they fold up. Yeah, he's a train conductor. So I bet you he's a part of this. Maybe there were more pieces to it. But it was all of this in the bag. This. And then 3 more. Look, a passenger. I guess, oh, probably like the engineer too. And then a little baby. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? It says, let me see, Mattel. I think the 70s. Nope. 1985. Made in Hong Kong, Mattel. Oh no, I'm hoping, I don't know, $20, $25 or more for it. All things Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, but I did notice just now, well, I don't know what's major abrasion on the end of his mouth. But I'll have to check comps. You know, if he's not worth a lot, I think he might be though. I'll just go ahead and list it and just say that there's an abrasion there. I don't see a lot of times. I'm not quite sure what that means. I think these were like interactive or they went to something. But definitely interesting. Hopefully $10 or $15 even with the abrasion. This is another thing. I like picking these up. I picked up something else recently, but I think it was like you twisted it and it played music. This is just a little chime. It does have some paint wear. If he's not worth a whole lot by himself, I may go ahead and end that other listing that was like a musical and add it to it. But just very interesting. Y'all look. Now I knew this was Fisher-Price, but it looked different. It says made in Hong Kong in the on the bottom. I have a feeling this goes with like the Adventure People series. That it's not Little People like the circus or the vintage. Those were different, but this face is very intriguing. Look at that. Love it. And then I saw this. This is Playmobil, but it's the like 1, 2, 3, something like that. Larger. I just thought this is very interesting. Sell it as a replacement, you know, to somebody who has the tracks and maybe wants to add more train pieces to their tracks already. What are you doing?
Watching your video, learning?
No, you're not. You're on your phone. Yeah. I found these probably in 2 different bins. I'm tempted to keep this, maybe, because these are the Fisher-Price Dream. I think it was like a Princess Castle series. They're from the 90s. They have these pastel colors. A lot of the Dreams were the blues and the pinks, and then this set had this purple color. And then this was 2 of the chairs that went to that set. I don't have any of the Dream. Actually, I have not put any of the dollhouse stuff up there, so that might be something I might want to consider at some point. But I'll have to decide if I want to even go down that path, because, y'all, I got a lot of stuff I like putting on there, but I really like the Little People stuff more than the dollhouse stuff. And this was at the Morgantown bins, and I'm probably going to end up selling these as is, because it just seems like when I wash these, then you're going to have to press them, and no. So I may just sell this as is. But look, it was just a whole bunch of this. Somebody spent a whole lot of time embroidering all of these doilies. There was a whole series. I think I've got more. I just loved them. But I think I'd rather somebody who knows what they're doing clean them and restore them. This is some of the stuff I picked up at the flea market in Rochester, or whatever town it was. Look, I was thrilled. I think I paid $3, no, $1. This was the place I bought several things for $1 each. Try me, I talk. Well, that might be an issue. We'll see. Hopefully there's a removable battery pack in there. I feel something, so that's a good thing. But this is South Park. Towley, I found what his name was. I want to say 20 plus, but I could be wrong. I'll have comps up for you guys. Look, y'all. I put batteries in it. But look, the other hand. One side is like the good guy. I don't know.
I don't even understand most of what he's saying.
Oh, I understand what he's saying. I have no idea what's going on and stuff like that, but it works. Yay. Has button cell batteries. So usually when something has button cell batteries, I don't leave the batteries in the toy, but I do include it. I wrap them up in a baggie so that they don't touch, and then I ship them that way. Boost in the bag with it. And then this one was, I think I bought like so many things, and it was $10 or $15 from one guy, but I just grabbed this. This is Gund Mutsy. There's different sizes in him. I want to say maybe $12 to $15 for him. Look, I knew as soon as I saw these eyes that it was something. I want to say I paid maybe $5 for this. But it is Tonka, and it's like the keepers. Some kind of purse, probably carried stuff in it. I don't remember these at all. Plus, I have boys. And I think, yeah, 1985. So, yeah, my boys were little. We wouldn't have been. We were all into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and He-Man. We had them all. Had them all. Look. Just so intriguing. I love the vintage stuff. How to Train Your Dragon. Probably going to be bread and butter, but it was $1 with its tags. But look, y'all. Invader Zim. Now, it's dirty. I'm going to have to wash it more than likely. I'll probably just keep the tags and include it in the package with it. But definitely, Invader Zim is one of those plush. If you find them, pick them up because they're going to be a bolo. I've not seen him. I've had the other one. I forget his name. He was green. And look, this was with the like $15 lot of plush. Y'all, this is big. Problem is it did not have its tag. That's okay, but these are Rumples. He is the dark brown one. This is like one of the hardest colored ones to find. They come, there's rabbits and dogs and bears in different colors, but this dark brown one, I just sold it in not really good condition. I think on Etsy for $60+. In this condition, even though he's missing the tag, I'll probably list him for $80 or $90. My quandary is I don't have a Rumples. I'd rather find one of the easier ones to find, which they're not easy to find anymore because they are from the 80s. But I don't have a Rumples up there.
Is his last name Tiltskin?
No. And then I also bought this for my wall, and I paid $20 for him, which is probably about what I would have paid for him on eBay. I've had a couple of the My First Friends. I think that's the series. But I've never kept one, and I wanted one. I have Elizabeth, and she's the lap sitter right there. And I thought I need one of the My Friends dolls just to kind of have a sample of that series. He was I think the only boy in that series. So, you know, mom of boys, I needed to have him. And he had his shoes and clothes and everything. So I treated myself.
His hair reminds me of Chuckey for some reason.
Yeah. It's actually in really good condition considering. And then look at this. This, I think, was at the Rochester Bins. Look. He is Mattel, of course. Cat in the Hat. 1970. And not working. But not broken. So that's one thing up. I think there's people out there who can restore that. And he does have some discoloration that I think is in the plastic. So it probably wouldn't come out. But just how neat at the bins. I don't know. I'm thinking 25 or more for him. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this. My table is still full. We have tons to share with you guys. And this is just the stuff from the bins and the flea market that were loose in the truck. I still have a bunch of stuff from that red, white, and blue store to share with you guys. If you live near one of them, I'm jelly. I'm jelly because those stores are neat. I could see me being in there every single day looking for treasures. All right, let's get to work. Bye.